unscheduled delay. Many humans inhabit a virtual realm populated by beings that don't bite back, talk back, or look back. It is easy to see that this self-centered relationship to the earth is dysfunctional. The long list of maladies that we see in the world all arise from a deep disconnection from the earth. These ills point to a future world where nothing is everything, created from a crippled virtual experience. We may have lost track of the raptors and blackbirds in our own life, of the parables and metaphors of the passing days. Perhaps we all need to be reminded of the imperishable beauty of the interconnected net of existence. These pages could encourage you to become a seeker after experience yourself. Push yourself away from the screen and take a walk in the immortal and real presence of the jewel in each encounter. This book will give you an authentic experience of the clear vision of wholeness reflected in a jewel-like drop of dew on a small leaf, reflecting the infinity of leaves. It will demonstrate a technique for deepening your appreciation of life, so that you would be encouraged to experience it directly, reflect upon it, and receive insights, and share your insights with others. The parables, stories, scriptures, or examples, reflections, and insights that are scribed into this book arise from a modern, living, oral tradition of teaching. The talks captured on these pages are delivered in a classic style. Ruth Lauer Manenti's many years of yoga practice, meditation, and vegetarian diet give her an aesthetics eye. Her studies in art, scripture, and philosophy at the feet of masters give her authenticity. The blessed ones know that the gift of life is to experience directly, reflect on those experiences insightfully, and share insights into the nature of reality with others. Ruth accomplishes this sharing in a living ancient tradition by relating universal principles revealed in profoundly simple ways in our daily lives. We remember the stories, the verse, the insight, and the devotion to truth.
Good morning, everyone. That was David Life reading the introduction to Ruth Lauer Manente's book, Sweeping the Dust. Very beautiful. I'm so happy to be here today. Just make sure our operation is running properly here. Let's see. Yes, it says we are live. We've got students here. Excellent. All right. So happy to be here this morning with you. We're going to start by chanting Om and Shanti as always, just to kind of set a mood, give it some tone, some space. Pausing for a moment here. Feel the breath in the body. Be in the moment. Slow down the thinking mind. Next we're going to chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions in my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Loka.
が samasta sukhino bhavantu.
「 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
「 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 」
「 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 」
「 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 」
「 Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 」 Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions in my own life contribute in some way. And may the thoughts, words, and actions in my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. And to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Again, just pausing for a moment, closing the eyes if that is helpful. Just feeling the continuing vibration of that beautiful mantra in the mind. Let it ring out. And this month we're focusing on spiritual activism. It's really a beautiful read. Sharon Gannon wrote this focus this month. You should go on the Jivamukti website and read it for yourself. But she said it's important to be a place that can hear what the other person's saying. You know, part of being someone who is educating others or setting an example is you have to be able to hear their side of it. You have to be able to sit and be quiet and listen. It's one of the things that we learn, one of the strengths we get from our continued yoga practice. And if you're brand new to yoga, it's hard to sit still. It's hard to sit down and meditate. It's hard to show up for a complete entire class, right? For a full hour plus. But over time, your seat settles. You get more comfortable. You know, the chitta vrittis, the whirlings of the mind, they begin to slow down. We begin to maybe notice things that we didn't notice. It happens a lot in asana, you know. There'll be a physical cue given to you about the pose, and you hear it for the first time and it makes sense. But if you didn't go through the whole beginning of the practice to be a student, to become, you know, intermediate, you wouldn't be able to get to that next phase. Ruth, yesterday, gave an amazing lecture, talk on one of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. So powerful, I thought I would share it with you. It's from the first book, it's the 14th Sutra. In Sanskrit, Satu Dirgaha Kala Nairantarya Sakha Ravis Vito Dridha Mi. Practice becomes firmly grounded when well attended for a long time without break and in all earnestness. This is Swami Satchidananda's commentary. It says the first qualification for the practice is that it should be done for a long time. Unfortunately, we just want the results immediately. If I ask you to repeat the mantra and tell you that you will become more peaceful and realize beautiful things within, you'll go back home, repeat it for 3 days, and then call me. I've repeated it for 3 days, but nothing happened. Maybe this is not a subtle mantra for me. Can you give me a different one? So Patanjali says for a long time, he doesn't say how long. And it should be done without a break. I often hear, oh, I've been practicing for the past 10 years and I'm still the same. How often? Oh, of, on. So it must be continuous practice also. And the last qualification, in earnestness. That means with full attention, with the entire application of your mind, and with your full faith in your achievement. Even when you want something or somebody on the worldly level, you will be after it day and night. You don't sleep, you don't even eat, you're always at it. If this quality is necessary to achieve even worldly success, how much more so for success in yoga? So let us not be like little children who sow a seed today and dig it up tomorrow to see how much the root went down. We need all these three qualities: patience, devotion, and faith. These remind me of the small story given. We're not going to get into his story for now, but that is where we're going to stop. So if you have established a yoga practice, you know that when things get difficult, we begin to up our practice a little bit more. Maybe spend a little bit more time in our seated meditation. Maybe do a little bit longer of a hatha yoga practice. Maybe do it twice a day. Because what happens, you realize the value of it, how precious it is to you. The situation we find ourselves in right now is the perfect fertile ground for spiritual growth. It's going to ask us to stop, to slow down, to reassess, to evaluate. Who am I? Right? Because what yoga philosophy teaches us is that it's an inside job, right? What's going on inside of me has nothing to do with outer circumstances or what's going on in the world right now. Nothing to do with it. And once we mine that gold of who we are, we can handle any situation. We were talking last week about equanimity of mind in all situations. It's a good working definition for yoga. It's one of the things we're going to achieve. So with this month's focus and this idea of spiritual activism, it's really saying take responsibility for yourself. You can't expect anybody to do anything if you're not doing it yourself. So look at what you're doing. Take account of what you're doing. Maybe reposition yourself where you want to be right now. Try to avoid blaming, complaining, and explaining. This is one of the things that Sharon always talks about. Be a voice of change. Be a voice that is providing steadiness for those around you. Be a place that's attractive so people want to know what you're doing. It's amazing right now because we are forced to be inside so much. Both my children have become incredibly, their creativity has been watered, right? It's blossomed into something amazing. My son, we got him a music compressor recording program and microphone and system, so he's like writing music every day, and it's really amazing. My daughter Gloria, she's watercolor painting, she's drawing. She's also been incredibly creative. And it's kind of this adage to the practice. Make time for the practice. Give yourself some time to slow down. And then what happens is these other things begin to brighten, become attractive. Simple everyday tasks like cooking, cleaning, and gardening. Those could be the new spiritual practices that you never knew were there all along. So, in this Patanjali Yoga Sutra, he's saying, be committed over a long period of time. Don't be worried about what the end looks like. There's no need to worry about that. Instead, just commit to the practice. Show up for the practice. Make the practice beautiful. Make it valuable. And then what happens is once we establish that connection, that yoga, everything else seems to make a lot more sense. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to come and find ourselves on the mat. I'm going to announce this now and then again at the end of class. Yogeshwari is doing a workshop May 13th. It's Wednesday. It's 9:15 to 11:15 a.m. And she's going to do an amazing online course, microism to macroism, Jivamukti workshop to support Azar Foundation. And you can go to the Mind Body Online, MBO, and the cost is $25. And you'll receive a password, 30 minutes, so you can get on it. But she's amazing. I'll be there. You should check it out. And that's my announcement. I'll make it again at the end of class. All right, so take a moment. Find yourself at the front of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart and close your eyes for a moment. Just make a dedication of your practice. Offer your efforts, your actions as of service to somebody else. I can think of love and blessings. Think of that person you know that you want to lift up right now. I'm going to offer this up to my best friend Dave in New York City. Beginning your Ujjayi breathing, audible breath. Begin to match the length of the inhale to the exhale. Got an oldie but goodie playlist for you. On your next exhale, you're going to release your arms down. We're going to start with a variation of sun salutation. Inhale with your thumbs, bring your hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees. Release your hands behind, draw your arms long. Inhale, hands down. Step back with your right foot into lunge. Exhale, your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, bend the elbows a little bit or a lot. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. And then through bent knees, push your seat to your heels. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward into lunge. Exhale, left foot to meet the right, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees slightly, hook the thumbs. Bring your hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees. Release your hands behind, draw the arms long. Inhale, hands down, step back, slowly lower. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. Bend knees, push your seat to your heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward into lunge. Exhale, right foot meets the left, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees slightly, hook the thumbs, bring your hands forward and overhead. Exhale, release your hands to prayer. Pause in action. Breathe in. On the exhale, release the arms down. Again, inhale, lift the thumbs, bring the hands forward and overhead, arch back. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees, and release your hands behind, draw the arms long. Inhale, hands down, step back. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, pursue to a low cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward into lunge. Exhale, left foot meets the right, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly with your thumbs. Bring your hands forward and overhead. Exhale, folding forward with bent knees. Release your hands behind, draw the arms long. Inhale, hands down, step back with your left foot into lunge. Exhale, your right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, push through to a low cobra. Through bent knees, push your seat to your heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward into lunge. Exhale, right foot meets the left, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees slightly, hook your thumbs. Hands forward and overhead. Exhale, release the hands to prayer. And I know that practice for me, pause here, it has a promise to it. It has a promise to deliver us, to transform us, to take us from one state of mind to another. It's slowing down the mind, revealing the light within, showing us the steady, joyful, calm self, right? The spiritual being that we are. On your exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer, Bhujagasana. Exhale, diving forward, place your hands down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, slowly lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Inhale, place your hands down, step back, slowly lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Inhale, place your hands down, step back, slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's get ready for warrior one. Again, inhale, right foot forward. Left heel down, lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Holding here, inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, rebend the right knee, come a little bit deeper into the pose of the second warrior. Take a moment, try to find a few adjustments which will help you find more steadiness. Could relax the shoulders, bend the front knee a little bit more. Keep your gaze over the middle finger. You could even close the eyes here. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Inhale, exhale four. Inhale, exhale five. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the right knee. And bring your right elbow to start to the right knee. Left arm up and over the ear, reach on the diagonal. Optional, bring your right hand to the outside of the right foot to the floor. You could even place a block here. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, open the twist for two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Place your left hand down. Straighten the right leg, adjust the back foot in. Inhale, come to a flat back, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale. Exhale, one. Try to pull the right hip back a little bit more. For two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, look up as you bend your front knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here or inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. We're going to hold here. First inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the left knee so you can come a little bit deeper into the standing pose of second warrior. Make some of your own adjustments. Could be relaxing shoulders, bend the front knee a little bit more. Complete the pose with your gaze over the middle finger, or close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, rebend your left knee. Start with your left elbow on your left knee. Extend the top arm up and over the ear. Reach on the diagonal. If you'd like to bring your hand to the outside of the left foot to the floor, use a block. It's a variation. Inhale, draws the right side long. On the exhale, open the twist for one. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, place your hands on either side of your front foot. Begin to straighten the front leg, adjust the back foot in. Use props here if you do on the other side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, folding forward, shin to shin. front knee, look up. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here, inhale, roll forward, plank position. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. You're going to walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Keep the feet separated hip distance apart and just take hold of either elbow. Breathe the body, allow the weight in the arms and the head to move you into this forward bending position. Shake the head out here. Lever the lips. You're going to release your arms, take a soft bend in your knees. Gently roll up to a standing position, allow your head to relax. Step or jump your feet together, hands to prayer. You see, yoga practices are all about establishing, connecting, finding an anchor to that inner life, that inner self. And if you have that, anything that's going on in the outer life, you can handle it, no problem. So just breathing here, breathing in, and breathing out. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, lift the prayer up, Utkatasana. Exhale, diving forward, place your hands down. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Inhale, left palm meets the right, lift the prayer up, warrior one. Exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Last time, inhale, palms together, lift the prayer up. Exhale, a breath here. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Release your arms alongside the hips. Inhale, draw the arms long, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, begin to bend the right knee. Bringing the top of the head to the instep of the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Exhale, three. Exhale, four. Exhale, five. From here, you're going to release your hands to the instep of your right foot. Turn the back heel up, turn the right toes out. You can stay here, pulling the chest forward, or drop the back knee to the floor. You want to come onto the forearms, that's a nice variation. Use the traction of the forearms to pull the chest forward. And finally, you want to bring the right arm out to one side, left arm out to the other to do that variation. Keep the gaze in front of you. Stay with your Ujjayi breathing. Your next inhale, if you're on the forearms, come back to your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Option to stay here, go through the vinyasa one time on your own. Try the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Lift the prayer overhead, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Inhale, right palm meets the left, lift the prayer up, warrior one. On the exhale, open the arms wide, warrior two. Inhale, right palm meets the left, lift the prayer up, warrior one. Exhale, a breath here. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Release the arms alongside the body. Interlace the hands, lift the chest, look up. Exhale as you bend the front knee. Bring the top of the head towards you and step of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale, one. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, place your hands to the instep of your left foot. Turn the right heel up, left toes out. Again, if you want to drop the back knee to the floor, that's a good variation. You're going to come onto your forearms. Use the traction of the forearms to pull the chest forward. Come onto your forearms. You're going to do the airplane variation. Bring the arms out to either side of you. Keep the gaze in front of you. 5. Inhale, come back onto your hands. Sit back to downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Go directly into child's pose. Or you can come through the vinyasa and take a neutral pose of downward facing dog or child's pose. What the yoga practices bring us are tapas. It's a prescription from Patanjali. Do things are difficult so you can rise the spirit up. Let's come back to downward facing dog if you're in child's pose. Gonna walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Just taking hold of either elbow. You know, Sharon always reminds us this practice is about remembering God. It's a good prescription, whatever is troubling us in the world or around us in our lives. We just have to remember something higher, something that will help lift us up out of the difficulty. Release the arms, take a soft bend in the knees, gently roll up to a standing position. Step or jump your feet together, hands to prayer. From here, we're going to come to Chaturangasana. Start with your gaze, place something eye level and not moving. You're going to bend both knees for stability. Bend the left ankle, left knee, drop, hold the left ankle. Bring the right arm up. Inhale, begin to lift the left knee as high as you can. Reach to the highest point, pull the left ankle away as you tip forward. Hold and breathe here. Reach in all directions. Smooth transition. Inhale, come up, knees together, release the foot to the floor. Now remember, the dance of Shiva is the one that is of destruction. It's there to stamp out the darkness, the things that we are ignorant to, so that light can come in. For example would be stuck in the small self, worried about only you, and then being able to move towards the higher self, where you're more concerned with others. Try the other side, find your gaze, place, bend both knees. This time I'm going to bend the right knee, drop hold of the right ankle. Bring the left arm up. Bring the right knee as high as you can. And exhale, begin to reach. Reach in all directions. Keep the meditative mood even if you're losing your balance. And just begin again. After 5 breaths, take a smooth transition, come up, give everything a little shake out. Step or jump to the front of the mat, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the prayer up. Exhale, diving forward, place your hands down. Inhale, come to a flat back and come. Exhale, step forward, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale back. Downward facing dog, keep the left heel turned up, step your right foot forward. Between your hands into lunge. Lift the arms alongside the ears. High lunge. Take a moment here, find steadiness. Lift the gaze, relax the shoulders. Try to soften the navel as you bend the front knee and push the back heel away. These practices are meant for liberating us, not to bind us more. Let's get ready for the twist. Inhale a breath. Your next exhale, twist to the right side, hook left elbow to the outside of the knee, hands to prayer. If you want to bring your back knee to the floor, that's an option. If you want to bring your left hand to the outside of the right foot to the floor, extend the top arm up and over the ear, that's an option. Or come into your full bind. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, place your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. We'll switch sides. Keep your right heel turned up. Step your left foot forward into lunge. Lift the arms alongside the ears for your high lunge. And take a moment here, find the standing pose. Lift the gaze, relax the shoulders, open the heart. Soften the navel as you bend the front knee. And push through the back heel. Getting ready for the twist. Inhale a breath. Exhale, twist to the left side. Right elbow to the outside of the knee, hands to prayer. You're going to bring your right hand to the outside of the left foot to the floor. Or block, extend the left arm up. Take this variation or come into your bind. Wherever you are, hold and breathe. Inhale a breath. Exhale, place your hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Option to go through the vinyasa or come directly into child's pose. If you want to come into child's pose right away, please do that. Here we're going to move in towards crow pose. So lots of options here. Just stop wherever you feel like you need to practice concentration. First, place the hands about shoulder distance apart. You're going to bring your knees as high as you can into the backs of the arms so you can tip weight equally into the hands as you move forward into the position. Balancing knees on the backs of the arms. Stay on the toes and lift one or both feet off the floor. Hold and breathe. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, step walker, jump back, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, shoot the head up. Flow to the lips. Come into child's pose. Pause in action. Right, reset. Now from here, we're going to move into our Sirsasana yoga practice. You're going to interlace your hands. You're going to bring your elbows a little bit closer than shoulder distance apart. Bring the top of the head on the floor right behind your hands. And then you're going to tuck the toes under and straighten the legs. If you're really new, just going to do your best here. You're going to try to bring 80% of the weight in the arms, a little bit less in the head. Eventually getting hips above shoulders so the balance makes sense. If you're ready to take it a step further, because the balance makes sense, draw one knee into your chest. If you can lift the other foot off the floor without hopping up, practice this egg shape. And then if you're ready, straighten the legs. Come into your Sirsasana practice. Stay with it. If you come down, come back up, give it some more practice time. Ten more breaths. Inhale a breath here. Exhale, slowly lower down. come to child's pose. And just take a moment here. Pause in action, relax and let go. The feeling in practice sometimes is, oh, this is too hard, I can't do it. But something being a little hard is actually really good for us. Right? It pushes us a little bit beyond what we think we can do. We'll surprise ourselves. Alright, coming up to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, shake the head out, lower the lips. Your next inhale, roll forward to plank position. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the floor, seat is high. Inhale, push the little low cobra, and let's hold here. Fingertips in line with the lower ribs. Option, lift the hands up for an inch. Exhale, release down, adjust yourself to the mat if you need to. Turn your face to one side. Just relax and let go. I knew when I was a new student, no matter how bad my day was at work, I looked forward to the practice because I knew it was going to transform me. All right, Shalabhasana next, arms alongside the body, forehead down. On the inhale, lift your head, chest straight, legs off the floor, come up. Inhale for 5, exhale, release down, turn your face to the opposite side. Relax and let go. Right, surrender can be a good thing. Raising the white flag of surrender, just offering it all up. No more fighting. No more holding tightly to. Forehead down, Dhanurasana bow pose next. Bend your knees, grab hold of the outside of either ankle. On inhale, lift your head, chest, knees off the floor, come up. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, release down for 5. Turn your face to the opposite side. Relax and let go. Forehead down, second time, Dhanurasana bow pose. Yogi's choice, take hold of the outside or inside of the ankles. On inhale, lift up. Inhale a little bit higher. Exhale, release down. Turn your face to one side. Rock the hips a little bit from side to side. Relax and let go. Forehead down. From here, you're just going to turn over onto your back. We're going to set up for our half wheel pose. Lying on your back, draw your heels close and towards your seat. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. If you know you want a supported half wheel, get yourself a block and you can slide it underneath the sacrum. On inhale, you lift your lower, middle, upper back off the floor. Interlace your hands here underneath you. Draw the arms long so you can create a little bit more of a strong foundation. Keep a little space around the throat. Continue with your Ujjayi breathing. The thing I love about back bending is it's about letting go of the future, any fear, any anxiety. Instead, just being in the moment with your heart wide open, unafraid. Maybe it's in the car, where I left my lover, when it's sunset. My feet is falling. breaths. If you're on a block, you can stay there. Everyone else roll down. And just take a moment here. Alright, so we're going to take 3 more wheels. You can repeat half wheel for any of them, or your supported half wheel with a block. With our first wheel, we're going to bring our hands to prayer in front of our heart. We're just committing to our practice today. I'm going to show up today for the long game. I'm going to show up for the continuing practice today. Half wheel on your own, full wheel, hands alongside the ears, underneath the shoulders. Pushing your hands and feet, come to the top of the head, stay here, or come all the way up. 5 breaths. After 5 breaths, come down. Take our second wheel, hands to prayer between the eyebrows. See this practice as precious, as this practice is valuable, as something beautiful that you want to continue to show up to daily. Deliver me from a place of despair to a place of hope, from a place of darkness to light. Help me remember yoga as much as I can. Half wheel on your own. Full wheel, hands alongside the ears, underneath the shoulders. Pushing your hands and feet, come up. 5 breaths. Breaths, come down. We're going to bring our hands to prayer just above the navel to Manipura Chakra. Right? Have smart feet. Just show up to practice no matter what. Don't let the mind sway you. It's real easy to set aside an hour or more every day. Final wheel, half wheel on your own, full wheel, hands alongside the ears, underneath the shoulders. When you're ready, come up. 5 to 8 breaths. Any variations you're working on, come into that on your own. Come up when you're ready. After 5 to 8 breaths, come down. Draw your knees near your chest and just rock a little bit from side to side. On the lower spine. Always feels so good to me after the back bend. Alright, draw the knees behind the chest, bring your knees over to the left, as you bring your knees over to the right. It's always after the back bending that I actually like myself. No matter what I've been telling myself up to the point of practice, whatever hard time I might be giving myself about what I'm not measuring up to. After back bending, I feel right-sized, whole again. And that's what yoga's promising, to deliver us to that place of wholeness. Like bringing all of our imperfections with us, being complete. On your next inhale, bring your knees center. Exhale your knees over to the right side as you bring your gaze to the left. Again, twist and look in the opposite direction of the knees.
And it can break the base, then run you out of town. I'm just a basic new girl who took a life for a ride. I'm California now, damaged by
On your next inhale, bring your knees centered. So I started doing the yoga practices seriously in 1999, give your knees a little hug in. We're going to inhale, rock up to a seated position. And so I've been at it for many years now, but I still feel like I'm at the beginning. So this idea of the long game, that's what we're looking for here. Commit to just being in the practice. Don't worry about the end. Just be in the practice. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Take hold of something here. Inhale, lift the chest second time. Soften the navel. Exhale, folding forward.
Hey, hey, she's a beautiful waste, and I would be afraid now. Maybe it'll work out. Hey, hey, just a face in the crowd. We took a life for a ride. I'm California now. Now I'm damaged by the sun. If you could only see me now, you could hear the punchline.
Your next inhale, come up. I had a student ask me early on, said, why do you always teach the same poses? I said, because through repetition, magic rises up. That's what my teacher Sharon tells me. From here, you're going to drop both knees to your chest. You're going to release your knees out to the side. We're going to move the feet forward, creating a diamond shape with the legs for Tara Asana. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the back. It's like song is such an under student. Okay, I've done this for 3 days. I don't think it's working. Can you give me something different? Yeah, that's it. You just need to do the same thing. Continue. Right? Like these days we're in right now, they're not changing. We have to pretty much stay the course until it's safe to do something different. Be content with what you have. Just do it again. When the sun rises and the sun falls, nothing different. Just get up, do your practice, go to bed. And your next inhale, you're going to come up. We're going to set up for our shoulder stand next. If you want to bring your seat close to a wall or bring your seat close to a sofa, and just bring the legs up the best you can, that's a good option. If you use padding, set up padding. We're going to come through Halasana, bring the feet overhead. You're going to place your hands firmly on your back and lift the legs up. Try to keep a little space for the throat, don't close it off. Teacher, this is a difficult pose. And I would say it's okay if it's difficult. Try to do your best. That's all that's ever asked of you. Show up for the difficult. Show up for what's going on right now, no matter what you perceive it to be. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. Repeat mantra. Protect your mind with a repetition of that uplifting mantra. It could be something like Loka Sambhasta Sukhino Bhavantu. You know, and include yourself in all those beings. Right? May your actions uplift others, but also uplift you. A little bit longer options. Stay here, bend your knees, feet together in prayer. Reestablish flat hands on your back or take one or both hands to rest on your knees. And stay here or straighten the legs for your candlestick variation. Wherever you are, bring your hands back onto your back, straighten the legs, inhale a breath. Exhale, lower the feet overhead, coming to Halasana. Interlace your hands, draw your arms along in one direction as you push the heels in the opposite direction. From here, you're going to release your hands. Keep the head on the floor, arms pressing down as you gently roll all the way onto your back. Come away from the wall or sofa if you're there. We're going to set up for fish pose, Matsyasana. Bring the arms close alongside the body, pushing your forearms and elbows. Lift the back of the head off the floor. As you lift the chest up, open the throat, bring the top of the head back to the floor. Hold and breathe here. Next inhale, lift the head up, tuck the chin in, gently release down. We're going to set up for our final relaxation. Spread out completely, palms turned up, relax and let go. Allow whatever you found today to settle in your heart and in your mind, reminding you to show up for practice, reminding you to pause in action, reminding you to think of the highest, to remember something other than the small self. So I'm saving the last couple of minutes today for meditation. If you want to remain lying down, that's a perfectly suitable meditative seat. If you'd like to slowly, with as little disturbance as possible, come and sit up, comfortable seated position. Once you find your seat, place your hands on your knees or in your lap in a specific way. Close the eyes. Just begin to tune inward. Think of this idea of pratyahara, turning off all the outer gates that you can focus on. The inner life. close the eyes. You can start just by observing the natural movement of the breath, the natural inhale and the exhale. Nothing to control, just to watch. It's all that's asked of you. If you'd like to use a simple mantra, we like to start with let go. Inhaling let, exhaling go. Again, exercise of watching the mind, using the mantra to notice when you have forgotten the mantra and moved towards thoughts and sound. Just gently bring it back, inhaling let and exhaling go. Inhaling let and exhaling go. Sit here for an hour. It feels so good. When you meditate regularly, it's a really welcome seat. Kind of fall right into it once you establish it. We're going to finish class with mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions in my own life contribute in some way to their happiness and to their freedom for all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring our hands to prayer in front of our hearts. We give thanks to all of our teachers, especially the inner guiding teacher, the Sadguru, bowing forward. Om Bolo, Sadguru, Bhagavan Ki Jai. Hari Om Tat Sat. Inhaling to come up. Great to see all of you again. Announcement. Yogeshri is doing a workshop May 13th, 9:15 to 11:15 a.m. And it's going to be amazing. I will be there with my wife. It's my son's birthday. He's going to come too. And maybe Gloria, my daughter, will join us. It's $25. You can sign up at the Mind Body online at nandiyoga.com. There's a link. And have a beautiful day, everyone. I hope these practices inspire you like they inspire me. And homework, 20 minutes meditation. If you have time now, take an extended Shavasana with some beautiful music. Lie down, relax, let go. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.